Hello, art students. We are now on step 3 of our emotional monster cartoon drawing lesson. And before we move any further, I want us to add some other features to our monster to make them have some more character. So as always, you need your paper that you started on, a pencil with an eraser, and a Sharpie possibly for later. All right, so when thinking about monster features, there's different types that we could possibly do. And there are different types of eyes, different types of noses, mouths, tusks, ears, horns, legs, tentacles, claws, a tail, wings, spikes. Those are some things that we can possibly put on our monster to give it some more pizzazz. All right, so just looking at mine, I am thinking that I want to add, definitely, I'm going to add a little bit more detail in his eye and put a shape in the middle. You guys can feel free to be creative and add whatever type of thing you want to the eye that is not there already. I want to, I may give a little bit of a nose. It's not going to be that. I'm just going to do a round nose with some nostrils. And, which is just an oval and 2 half circles. The next thing I want to do is give some details to the mouth. So I'm yawning because I'm tired. So I want to add a tongue, which is just a curved line and another curved line for the tongue in there. And to make them look more like a monster, I am going to give some little sharp teeth in there in the mouth. I'm just going to do 2. But you can do as many as you want. You can make them big teeth, large, whatever you like. Another thing that I want to possibly add to mine is, I'm going to do some horns. So the type of horn I want to do are going to be like some simple triangles. And you can feel free to make them as big or as small as you like. They can be curled, they can be straight, they can be pointy, they can be rounded. It's totally up to you. And I think I want to give mine some arms. So my arm, I'm going to start off by just doing a straight diagonal line on this side and a straight diagonal line on the other side. Now to show some thickness to these arms, I'm going to do another one, a parallel line on both sides. Like the hands are going towards the arms are going towards the face. So the type of hands I want to put on, I'm just going to do a zigzag line to make some hands. And I'm just going to do 4 fingers. Okay, so now I have 2 hands, and maybe to make it look more, I'll put some claws on the end. So I'm just going to put some triangles on the end of each of those fingers. It looks like some fingernails. All right. Now for the legs or feet, it's totally up to you what you want to do. I am going to make mine, I'm going to change the shape a little bit of mine. And on the bottom, instead of legs, I'm going to make him look like a ghost. So I'm going to do a zigzag line across the bottom. And now, since I have that original line still there, I'm going to erase it. Okay, and you could do the same thing. Whenever you add something, if you had an original line that you don't want to be there anymore, you can go ahead and erase it. And last thing, just to add a little bit more, I'm going to give mine a tail off to the side. Or do I want to do wings? Interesting. Maybe I'll do some wings, which will be another zigzag line. And another zigzag line. I'm doing some small little wings. Mine is a little ghost or a little monster. And I want to give a tail. So I'm just going to make my tail kind of like a curvy, wavy line, a wavy line. And that's just the line, so I want to make it a shape. So I'll do another one to show how thick the tail is. And on the top of my tail, I'm going to make some spikes, which is just a zigzag line on top, okay? So now I have more of a personality going on with my tired ghost monster, all right? So the next thing we want to do after we have added some more features to give ours some personality, you are going to do add some texture to it. And we can create texture with line. So if you just look at over here, you can use cross hatching, which is lines going over each other diagonally, which can give a feeling of anxiety for your texture. You can use heavy, thick lines, which makes it have a more stronger feeling of giving strong attention to something or anger. You can do broken lines, which makes it seem more of the feeling, go along with the feeling of being concerned or not feeling well. You can do light lines inside of your monster, which goes along with being tired, sad, and shy. So, I might do that one. I might put those lines inside of mine. Jabbing marks can make it feel more angry, like you're holding anger inside, or you're showing it. You can do zigzag jagged lines, which can make it like high energy texture, anger, frustration, showing that. Straight lines is more determined and like you're going to keep going. So, and then the last one on this for some examples, and it's not limited to this, but we can also do pointed lines, which is kind of like to go along with being smart. So since I said that my ghost was more of tired or sad, I'm going to do those light lines like that. And if you want to combine emotions together, doing maybe light lines in one, broken lines in the other part of the monster is totally up to you if you want to show two types of emotion going on. So now, going back to my picture, inside of the monster, I'm going to do some of those light lines. So inside of the monster, I'm going to do a lot of these light lines. Which now actually makes it start to look like fur. All right, on the horns, I think I'm going to do some of those. Sometimes I'm frustrated when I'm tired because I don't want to be tired. So on the horns, I'm going to do these zigzag lines to go along with frustration. Okay, and I want my wings to look a little, give some interest to it. So I'm going to put inside of the wings, I'm going to decide to put some broken lines, which go along with being concerned or not feeling well. So sometimes I want to have more energy. So I'm going to put some broken lines in my wings. Actually, I'm going to change the direction of it. I don't like you going that way. So I'm just going to erase that. And I'm going to make my broken lines go this direction on the wings. And you guys can feel free to be as creative with your texture inside of your monster as you would like. But make sure that you'll be able to explain why you added the texture that you did. All right, you guys. That is it for this step, and I'll see you next time.